step up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
On second down, this is Harris, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First down, and they go back to Harris. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Well, Davante Adams, he's a great volume receiver. Here, he's able to do some pretty nifty work after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rakisin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
1st down, Steelers.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but he still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on the punt. And this returnable for Harris. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Return touchdown. Let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 0.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Warren. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him, And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, or they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Carr. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw his Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
That is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Keeps it on the sneak. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Pickett now on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and long for Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigating the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Hey, 734. 694.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, we're good.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got White here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we're at halftime in this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on first down is Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Firing, and Julio Jones has it on the slant. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Going right side is White. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
29.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Here's Pickett. He gets it left side to Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is Harris. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now Carr. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. 75 yards. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Pickett will try to throw for this. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Austin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Second and 3 from the 9. Now Pickett.
Caught on the slant.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pickett to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Looking to throw here, Pickett.
And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Carr going to look to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams, 38 yards.
And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now Pickett.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Connecting with Johnson. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Pickett now on first down. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there concerned because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot for Pickett. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.